Yes, Hefe.
All right. We are back with episode 3 of the Northeast CrossFit Pre-WOD Show. Manny
Yeah.
With my lovely guests.
Cameron Hudson.
Chris Crowley.
Bam.
And
Titan the Samoyed is joining us.
Okay.
All the boys are here today to chat about...
Don't do it. He's going to bark. He gave me that look. He had that look in his eyes.
Oh, did he do the thing where he opens his mouth?
He was like...
yeah, so let's... we just finished up week 3, right?
Week 3 in the books and done.
Week 3 in the books and done. Cool, so let's go right into some of the team standings for the week. So in first place, we have Coach Kenny's You Can't Kip With Us. That was a little bit of a surprise, kind of, because Coach Kenny's team has scored really consistently all week, but I don't think they've gotten to first place yet. So they actually crushed it this week with 39 points.
Is anybody checking his scores?
Yeah. Well, I'm the one who put his score together this week, so.
Yeah.
Was it lower than previous weeks?
No, dude, he gets a top 3. He gets 2 top 3 finishers every week in one of the categories. He gets, and all of his people are pretty consistent in scoring like top 25. So his overall standing is really good, and he's got the most consistent team coming to Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, and that's where all the points are made.
He's double digits every week, and none of us have been double digits every week, except I think Maggie. Maggie might have been double digits every week, or she may have missed one week. But yeah, his team they all submit scores. They're very good.
Yeah. C team, so the key is show up for Friday Night Lights and submit your
The
scores.
Mother Thrusters, worst team at showing up for Friday Night Lights.
Wow. Just a direct call out.
Man, I mean,
You know, not even subtle, just...
you know, I always go with it, start from the top down.
I try and get them in, man. Everyone wants to do it at 5:30 in the morning. My entire team works out at 5:30 and 6:30.
Everyone at WOD Night Stand is going to show up this week, so we're taking Coach Kenny out because we got to be repeat champs.
We just like form an alliance and just take Kenny out.
Yes, it starts today.
Okay, so we'll top 3. We'll just all tie for first, but everybody else?
Cut them out. All right, so let's go right back into it. Second place this week, WOD Night Stand with 35 points. Slipping into third are the Maggietrons with 34 points. Going right to the overall standings, we have Coach Kenny's You Can't Kip With Us with 115 points. So they have a 4-point lead over the second place WOD Night Stand with 111. And the bronze medal goes to the Maggietrons. So the same leader for week 3 are the same overall. There's still 2 weeks left. There's still a lot of points on the table. So make sure you guys are showing up and submitting your scores.
And holding strong for the Toilet Bowl championship, Coach Deb.
What do they call it? The El Saco?
Yeah, the El Saco.
In the league? Yeah. We should have
a trophy for that.
It's a great show.
That's funny.
Manny doesn't know because it's about football.
No.
It's not even about it.
Well, it's not fantasy football.
I know, but they
about foosball?
Manny's like, I don't even know what fantasy football is.
No? You dream about it? I don't know.
Fantasy CrossFit for Manny.
I don't know what it is.
That's a good idea.
Something.
Write that down. Titan, write it down.
He's taking credit for that next week.
Oh, that's right.
He's going to be like, yo, I had a great idea the other night. Fantasy CrossFit. I'm like, yeah, I said that last week. He'd be like, no, you didn't.
No.
It's on the video.
No, right here. Right here. All right. Let's go right through our top 3 RX scores for the week. For the guys' side, we have Wellington, 534 reps. Scott Gargani coming out of nowhere. This guy barely even works out anymore. He's got a baby.
You got a kid.
Yeah, he got 463, which I think 1 bar muscle up short of finishing the round. And slipping into third, Victor, you still have 461 reps, so he was 2 bar muscle short of finishing. And actually, I looked at the overall standings yesterday, and Victor's actually the second fittest male member of the gym so far. He's been really consistent. I think he's like literally
he's making a run this year.
Just 3rd and 4th place on every single workout. So
that's it, consistency.
That's it, man.
And this is Wellington's 2nd week in a row.
Yeah, week 1 was his lowest score.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so Wellington's having a really good go. For the women's RX, Kathleen made to the bar muscle up, staying consistent with 455 total reps. Cheryl on her redo got 357 reps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She had like a 66 rep improvement.
Yeah,
that was huge.
Pretty awesome. And then Faith went 12 for 12 on her muscles with 282 total reps.
Nice.
So pretty good day for her too.
Yeah.
Scaled pretty much all the top 3 all finished the 2 rounds. So for the gentlemen, we have Kareem finished it in 12 minutes and 13 seconds. I imagine he ran through that thing like a savage.
Yeah.
Second place, Mark Wasserman, who is in the 54-year-old master division.
He actually would have had the best time. He skipped to the pull-ups before the jump rope because he forgot the order.
Oh,
and he lost like 25 seconds because he started doing
man.
pull-ups, and he went like 10 pull-ups in, and then he got told that he was supposed to do the single unders again, so he lost about like 25 seconds, and he came up to me afterwards and told me, and I was like, redo it.
Reset the clock, 10 seconds, go again.
He probably would have done it in 12 minutes if we reached it.
And putting up another top 3 score, Stan. I think Stan has put up a top 3 score every week.
Yeah, Stan's
doing
crushing scale.
Whose team is he on?
Not sure.
Probably Kenny's.
Yeah, actually, I think he is on Kenny.
Probably Kenny's.
That's inspiring.
For the women this week, Christina Valvano, no surprise, finished in 12:45. She's another scale savage.
Getting those points.
Emily Priest, no surprise, 13:20.
Savage.
Yeah, and Christina Letson slipping into the top 3.
Yeah.
13:26.
It's awesome.
It's pretty good. Even though I think she could have probably done an RX. How are overhead squats? Would they have been a little bit heavy?
It was more the jump rope and the muscle ups.
Yeah, 17.5
well, the
was
muscle ups for a lot of people.
17.5 was a tough workout for her. She did pretty well, but like the double unders is still a struggle for her. So
yeah,
I think she just felt more comfortable doing the singles. Plus, she's gotten pull-ups this year, so it was a good workout for her to really test.
Yeah, last year she did not have pull-ups.
Yeah, she really got to test herself out this time, and she came close to finishing. She was really, I think she was only like 8-9 reps short, or maybe even less. She was on the last set of pull-ups, so.
She did the workout and then she went right to Vegas.
Yeah, ran out the door.
Later.
See you later.
Yeah, this workout was interesting because it was a tough call whether or not to have an athlete do an RX or scaled. I know that I was pretty much telling everyone that would ask me, if you can do the double unders and you can put the weight over your head and squat it, even if you can't do the muscle ups, you're going to do it RX. And I guess my thought process with this was, you have every single day that you're in Northeast CrossFit to train and to get better. The open is the test. To me, it's no longer the workout. For most people, at least, it's not the workout; it's the test. And the idea is, how do you score best on the test? So 1 rep RX is better than finishing the workout scaled as a test.
At what point do you factor in like the mental side, where if like you have an athlete who maybe they're doing 1 double under at a time and they're just stumbling, stumble. That takes a toll on you mentally, like getting frustrated, and it's a 14-minute clock.
But that's the test. The test is
so no mercy. So no mercy from me is what he's saying.
Well, because you're not doing your athlete, you're not getting them better. You're not doing them any favors by babying them, because we get to baby them every single day they're in Northeast CrossFit. We get to modify their double unders. We get to give them attainable things for them to progress. So now you have to test it. Because if you give them something that they can do, then it's too easy. It's way too predictable. A good example of that was Andrew Gennard. He struggled with double unders, really, really struggled, and was dreading it. But I was like, no, you're going to do the double unders, and we're going to make it the muscle ups. And he was like, no, we're not. And I was like, yes, we are. He's like, no, we're not. I was like, yes, we are.
You got 1, right?
I got 1.
Right at the buzzer?
I mean, he's still pretty pissed at me, but he went through 200 double unders, and he got 1 muscle up. And it's like, could he have gone scaled and crushed it? Yes, but it wouldn't have tested anything. It wouldn't have showed him that he can do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest takeaway, is that, like, even though if you have athletes that don't want to do the double unders because they're not good at it, they feel embarrassed because they're doing it in front of a lot of people, you have to prove something to yourself that you could do it. You have to push yourself outside the comfort zone. And that's, in my opinion, the entire purpose of the open. Because what's the point of it if you're going to treat it the same way as if you do for like a class workout? And
it's also cool because like some people that haven't even tested muscle ups or have maybe like jumped on the rings a couple of times and maybe haven't been close and just decided they're not even going to try it, when they actually like got up there, they discovered a couple of things about themselves, and the more they got coached through it, the closer they got. Like we had Sarah Tubbs in the morning, and I don't know how often she's tried a ring muscle up, but she actually started to get close where she just needed to learn how to transition into the ring dip position. Yeah. Where her hips were high, she was up there, she just needed that transition period. And it's something that after she left, she was like, I want to talk to you guys about what I can do when I'm, after class or before class to figure it out. And it's fun. And
it gives them a little fire now.
And even like Mel Adamson, I know she's like tried a couple of them, but like she came pretty close, and she was trying for a strict muscle up.
Yeah, so, she was closer to the strict.
And that was pretty cool.
I changed her. She was doing kipping, and I was like, you know what? Like
that was pretty cool.
Just try strict.
I mean,
she was pretty close, and she had just gotten the bar muscle up the night before.
Yeah.
So I was like,
so that sounds fun because some people. I mean, we keep saying it. Like some people really discover a lot about themselves, and the things that they think they can't do are actually closer than they realize. Like it's not like it's completely unattainable. It's just like you're actually pretty close. You just need to put a little bit of extra effort in now. A little extra work. Come in 15 minutes before class, stay 15 minutes after.
Yeah.
Come to gymnastics.
Yeah, I think it exposes something and it gives them something to work toward for the off season. If we allowed everyone to do scale because they couldn't do something, then there would be no motivation to push the envelope even further.
Yeah, because then 2019, then they're going to say, "Oh, I'll just go scale again."
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, oh, well, because it's fun and it's safe. It's like,
and then that's when the gym gets boring, though, and then that's when people stop coming in as much, and then that's when they just lose the passion for fitness. Not even just CrossFit,
might as well just be a boot camp at that point.
Yeah, no, I mean, because when you're basically doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're not achieving anything, it's like it's kind of boring, and it's like, all right, well,
I just call it the hamster wheel. You're just running around.
It's cool when you find out, hey, like I might be able to get a ring muscle up in 6 months, and it's like I should just see what I can do to get there.
Yeah. So cool. So
this one had a bunch of stuff to work on.
Yeah, this was an interesting workout. I mean, I've told you guys my opinion on the workout. I thought it was a little bit silly.
Is that because I beat you on it?
I think anything you beat me in is silly, pretty much. Well, what do you rank the Raw right now?
No. I'm not that far behind you, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm closing the gap.
You're only 600 points behind me, 2 workouts left. But anyway, who's counting?
Don't count me out.
Yo, you gotta shine this belt for me once the opening starts.
Oh, I'm scheming in my head. Save it.
It's gonna be a Nancy Kerrigan type situation at the gym. Somebody's gonna be masked just taking out Manny's kneecaps, just stabbing him in the back.
Dude, the only thing
we know the bad spots on it.
Dude, the only thing you need to do is give me a 30-pound wall ball.
Yo, just pay John Rada for one of those sessions to go awry.
Just take him a little bit. Nothing that's like permanent, but like it's gonna keep him out like another 2 weeks.
Dude, just dare me to do a cold snatch when I'm out. I'm like backing up.
I was gonna keep daring him to lift.
Bet you can't cold snatch that 225 right there.
Hey, I've done it once. I'll do it again.
My shoulder.
You started one.
I miss doing that. I don't want to do it anymore. It's cold. It's just last year.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
But 1830 was interesting. I guess to make it simple, it would have, I thought, been really cool if they had flipped the order of some of the workouts. Only because they spent 2 years of working on bar muscle ups. And typically, you would think that they like to test what the previous years have done to see improvement. And there would have been a much better spread of scores overall if they had put the bar muscle ups. If they would have flipped the bar and ring muscle ups, there would have been a way larger spread of scores because I think collectively there are more people that can do bar muscle ups than ring muscle ups. Yeah. So being that now there's a larger spread of scores, now everyone's not chunked at 220 reps. Now some people start at 220 because they can't do bar muscle, but there's another chunk that can get through it and past it. So there's a lot more variance with that.
Yeah, you're still pretty fresh by the time you get to the rings. I mean, you haven't done that much work. Yeah. You've done 220 reps,
Yeah. So I think that would have been pretty cool. And even I would have argued to even put the overhead squats in the back end too. I just think it just would have been just cooler.
Get progressively harder through the workout. Like started with the snatches.
Yeah. Only because it doesn't affect the people that can now obviously do all of the elements pretty well. But it would have been nice for the lower scale RX or the lower end RX people to like make it through further in the workout. I just think it just would have been cooler. It would have made more sense for their scoring.
More accessible too for the community.
Yeah, which is the frustrating part is that they want 500,000 people to sit through the workout, and I totally understand that the goal is to find the fittest.
You can still do that.
Yeah, it doesn't change the final result, and it helps the people who can actually do those elements, actually kind of get through more of the workout.
Yeah.
You know, it's just these little tiny things that I think CrossFit could still do a little bit better. It's just kind of like, but then again, I from my understanding, I'm pretty sure Castro doesn't have, there's no checks and balance system. This is whatever runs through his brain. Microwave. You know, it's just whatever he wants, so whatever. But anyways, there were some really good performances this past week. We had some people get their first muscle up. We had Ryan get her first muscle up.
Yeah. And she freaking went beast mode and went right for a second one. Which was so great because she almost had it.
She did.
It would have been so awesome
The
if
first
she pulled
muscle
that
would have
off.
been a double.
She was sitting up there and I'm like, she's going to go for another one? And she just went right for it. Like, pure determination in her eyes, and I was like, "Oh my god, please hit this right now!"
She's an athlete, man.
It would have freaking I was ready to jump out of my shoes because I was like, "That's gonna be so awesome!" Like first muscle up, and then you just go right for that second one and hit it. That would have been so great. But you know, she had a little bit of a hiccup because she got a little frustrated because her doubles got a little messed up, and you know, I was judging her for it, and I said to her, I was like, "Just hit that muscle up. Who cares about the tiebreaker anymore? Like, your 220 reps don't matter then." That one rep's all that matters.
Yeah.
So,
and she's been working on those for, a while now, but like...
She's been closer every single week.
Yeah, last week she was really, really close on like 3 attempts.
She was caught inside in the dip portion and couldn't get out.
Just a little too low, couldn't get out of the dip.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. And she was fired up, and you know, that's going to make her really excited to come into week 4. She's going to be like, you know, she's got some momentum going into it.
Yeah, and for her, that was the movement that she was most scared of because it's pretty much the only thing that she really, that and the bar muscle up are the only things that she really cannot do yet. Everything else she's had pretty good improvement.
And in theory, those should be out of the way now.
Yes, in theory. Who knows?
I don't know. It could be AMRAP 7 minutes, muscle ups next week. Who the hell knows? I mean, I would love that workout.
Oh,
that'd be fantastic.
Please, give me some gymnastics.
Castro, if you're watching, we wouldn't mind it.
Just saying. Definitely not watching.
He's like,
who was?
He's like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm pulling your cert.
You're no longer.
You're a joke.
You're no longer an affiliate.
They would do that. we got them angry enough. I think they would.
They'll just give it to Debbie.
Again.
Is she still the fittest?
No. We should post a picture.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yes. So Debbie apparently finished the workout in 14 minutes, or 920 reps. She
RX.
RX. She would have been the only woman in the world if I had accepted the score. Good thing I caught it and hit a big reject on that one. I was like, how did you even mess that up, coach?
She's our Deb, though.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah, that's our coach, Deb.
But some other people. I mean, Daphne.
Yeah.
Got her first muscle up, like 2 months ago?
Not even.
I don't think she's even gone up on the rings since she's gotten there. And she came out, pulled out 2.
Yeah.
She had 2 or 3.
On her birthday.
Yeah. Birthday muscle ups.
2 birthday muscle ups.
It was 2, yeah. And that was awesome. I mean, she really she fought through it.
And she's having a great open.
She is very solid.
You know, like outside of the coaches, what is she? She's 4th or 5th.
Yeah, she's 8th overall on the leaderboard. So yeah, she's probably like
outside of Maggie.
She's probably 6th.
Yeah, pretty good open.
Solid
for barely RX athlete.
Yeah, she kind of turned like a new leaf these past few months. Where like she kind of had this sense of like she kind of got into it and like, oh, I'm a little bit stronger than I realized. I can do this workout a little bit faster than I thought. You know, she kind of stepped out of the comfort zone and it's just been steamrolling ever since.
Yeah, you know, and she has some pretty good workout partners that she's normally working out with. So she always has her buddy Mel, who's got a really good engine. So they're always pushing each other.
Yeah.
And she typically comes at a time where there's some pretty good athletes to chase. So success breeds success. Is that how it goes?
I thought you were going to use the all the boats rise with the tide or something like that because that's your go-to.
That just reminded me. So I just saw The Princess Bride, and the guy uses a word. Was he? He's like inconceivable, and he keeps saying it. Yeah. That's like when I just hold on to a goal. I just say it in any situation.
Well, it's either that or firm but flexible.
Yeah. Well, firm but flexible a little bit different because you can use that for
flexible.
Everything. Exactly. Yeah. And remember, if all else fails, own it. Even if you're wrong, own it. Say it as if it's not wrong.
You know who's having a really sneaky good open on the guy side?
Who?
DJ Joe P.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where is he at right now on the leaderboard?
I think he's like top. He might be top 5. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, and he placed 6th on this workout. He was one of the top scorers for the guys behind you and Cameron. It was Wellington, Scott, Victor, DJ Joe P.
Look at that, man.
Wow.
And he's just been like super consistent, and he really slips under the radar. Like, really good athlete.
Those are my favorite people that just kind of like fly under the radar and sneak up really slowly. They're not winning workouts, but they get in the third and fourth.
He's 8th overall on the leaderboard, and if you take you guys out, he's 6th. So, just really consistent.
It's awesome. I like DJ Joe P.
He comes in.
And then he goes back and spends it on the team and crushes
Comes in at 4:30, does the workout, crushes it, just goes spins some tunes for the rest of the night.
Boss.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. You know who else? Alec. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
This is a great workout for him.
Yeah.
Gymnastics background, so it's got, a decent amount of gymnastics in it. He's pretty proficient at the double unders, and he's a strong kid. So the overhead squats
Really
were
good
not an
double
issue.
unders, actually. He was hitting sets of first set, I think he hit 90.
Wow.
Basically, he was hitting 60, 65 every time.
More than anything,
He was super solid.
4 sets, 25, baby.
And he had a rough first couple of weeks because he was sick. So I know that bothered him a little bit because the workouts were pretty good for him and he wasn't scoring as high as he wanted to.
Yeah.
But he was feeling good this week.
Yeah, he's 168 in the world right now, right?
He dropped because he dropped around I think to 201. Because a lot of scores are getting validated now because I think they just have till Wednesday to validate scores. So
he's
he jumped big because those first 2 workouts they weren't great for him, but he jumped up the leaderboard big time. So that's it was a good workout for him. He's right in position now.
Yeah, so he's right there in striking distance.
Is it going to stop snowing today? Or
no, you said there was going to be a blizzard, right?
Really? Oh, yeah.
I remember meteorologist Cameron Hudson.
He was like, "Oh, goddamn, we hear about that blizzard? There's going to be a whole 4 inches."
Listen, in Texas, this would be a blizzard, man. The whole city was shut down.
Did you guys hear about the snowstorm coming tomorrow? Yeah, it was 3 inches. No, man, 4.
It's going to be crazy. We're in a state of emergency. Get your bread and milk.
Fantastic Texas accent.
No. Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Texans would celebrate a snow day with a case of beer and Marlboro Reds.
Some Bud Heavies and Marlboro Reds.
Yeah. Some moonshine.
Cam, so when your parents come to visit,
you met my mom.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say, Mom Hudson's around.
Yeah.
Where's Papa Hudson?
He comes up, but I'm not introducing him to savages.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Think about your life.
Think about your life. Think about your life.
Or I know where I'm at.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I feel some type of way about that, man.
No.
I feel like
he doesn't come up as much as my mom because she does a lot of work with Columbia, so she's up here a lot.
Mama Hudson, so
I haven't even met his sisters who are local.
See, so you should feel good. I haven't met either one.
Why do you hide things from us? Cameron has a
new topic.
Cameron has a baby's car seat in his car.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Now you guys are just getting way off this.
Everyone needs
the
to know.
car seat was for a friend.
Cameron has a secret life.
I'm done. Go back to the whiteboard.
Go on with the board, Phil.
How red am I right now?
You look about the same.
I'm really embarrassed.
Continue drinking your tea.
It's coffee with half and half. Extra cream. No sugar.
So if anybody's listening and needs to know how Cameron gets his coffee, now you know.
No sugar. A little bit of cream.
Extra cream. Guys, so we have 18.4 coming up. What are we thinking? We're going to start with you. What are we thinking for
handstand push-ups?
Handstand push-ups? I think that's, yeah.
I was kind of leaning towards, when we were talking about it yesterday, was the power clean handstand push-up, the ascending ladder.
I was thinking about it, but I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's going to happen.
Of course not, because now it's a bad idea, right?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea. But when you think about the movements that have yet to be tested, it's a little bit, I mean, not that it has to be logical for it to program it, but we had a clean variation 18-1 with the hang, clean, and jerk, the dumbbell.
Sure.
18-2, we had the squat clean.
Yeah.
It would be odd, with all the movements that they have not tested yet, to do that. Plus, I don't think that they'll do a couplet. I think
it's going to be a triplet?
So I think we can say that 18-3 was the chipper. You know, there were 5 different elements.
So we got to see wall ball shots at some point.
Wall balls, box jumps, and something.
I mean, there's a lot of elements, and I think that we can say that like there's going to be some common elements that we're not going to see this year.
Do you think we see thrusters with dumbbells? Is this the year?
I don't know. I've
seen a lot of dumbbells.
We can get to 18.5. So I think 18.5 is going to be 13.5, which is going to be the
that was the row thruster.
No, that was the
worst workout ever created.
That was the one where you saw Rick Froning on wobbly legs.
Which one was that one?
So it was the 2 rounds of 15. 3 rounds?
It's 3 rounds of 15 thrusters, 15 chest bar pull-ups. You have 4 minutes to complete that. You complete that within the 4 minutes, you get another 4 minutes. So you got up to 8 minutes to complete another 3.
I don't know. We tested it, like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
I may have done.
It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. So pretty much if you don't have a 4-minute chest to bar Fran, then your workout is done.
Lucky.
You know. But that workout, because they haven't done a tiering workout yet. So I think that we see a triplet for 18.4, and then we see the repeat for 18.5.
So what do you think the triplet is? You have an idea, or you just narrowed it down that far?
Just that far. I think the triplet could be anything. I mean, did you see his clue today? A dog sniffing an egg.
Tidy, go sniff an egg. Let's figure it out. See what you do.
I just want to see the comments. They'll be like, the egg signifies birth, which means wall balls.
No, that's pretty much what it is. No, dude, I saw one. It was like dog sniffing, egg hatching. That means snatch. Sniff plus hatch equals snatch. There's gonna be a lot of snatching.
It's kind of clever though. Not gonna lie. I wouldn't have thought that.
And then I was like, well, eggs break, so we're gonna break.
Well, it was because like the last one with the cup, somebody was like, "Oh, I told you guys it was ring muscle ups because the cup," and I was like. What do you mean? And I was like, how does the cup signify ring muscle ups? Because
I want to know what they were smoking when they came up with that idea.
You know what? I'm convinced he has to be taking a psychedelic drug while coming up with it.
I think he just looks on Google. He just finds the dumbest picture and he's like,
types in
boom,
random pictures, and just starts picking them.
And then everyone just starts to try and figure out like the whole philosophy behind him. Like he doesn't care.
And he's just laughing. He's probably like,
I think it is losing steam though. I think like the whole like clue craze completely just.
Well, you know what he's gonna have to do to resurge it is he's gonna have to explain a clue, and then they're gonna be like, oh, and then they think that they can figure it out based off like, well, he thought this was his logic.
His clues got weirder and weirder over the years because remember his first clues were like kind of obvious, like you can guess them and they were fun, and then as time went on, they just got weird.
Yeah,
super weird. He was like, I'm done being predictable. I'm gonna put random pictures of dogs sniffing eggs and have everyone go crazy. So what movies do we think? Do we think he's going to do new one? I'm still convinced that he's
going
to
do movies or movements?
I might have said movies.
I heard movies. I was like, what movies?
I was like, we're going to the movies?
Yeah, let's go. I'm pretty sure I said movies as well.
Let's take this trip. Let's take it on the road.
So I think I'm still convinced we're going to see Pistols. So I don't know. My predictions, for some reason, I think
there's just so much up in the air right now. Like, movement-wise?
Yeah. I think it would be a triplet. I think we could see deadlifts. I think we see pistols, handstand push-ups. Who knows? We have not yet seen a lot of gymnastics. It's been 3 weeks, no gymnastics. This has been the weirdest open. So do
you think he sees it that way, or you just see it that way? I agree with you that there's not been enough gymnastics to really separate. But do you think he's sitting there and he's like, I did a decent enough gymnastics to separate out, your top, 25 for regionals?
Depends on the region. It depends on the region now. Some regions are 15, some are 25. For us, it's 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't really... You can't find a lot of videos of him, like, explaining his methodology and like, how he thinks. And something that I noticed a little bit last year that I think you see a lot this year is that it's not even about finding the fittest people. I think he's so concerned about being unpredictable, and that is it. When you think about all of the workouts, they've been so unpredictable this year that you can't explain it with any logic. Like in the previous years, you can kind of get a sense and start to pinpoint. This year, I haven't been able to pinpoint a damn thing, not even close. And every year, I have a pretty good feeling on stuff. This year, it's like he's just trying so hard just to be unpredictable. I mean, who would have guessed a workout that's going to have 800 double unders? That's over twice as many as we've seen in the open workout, right? Yeah. Last year at 350? 350, and 350 was high volume. So, we'll even say that 18.3 was closer to 400 double unders for most people. But even that was a really high volume, especially compared to like everything else. I mean, two sets of 12 muscle ups. It's really not a lot.
Yeah, for people who are really good at muscle ups, that didn't really
for
change
people
much.
that are middle of the road muscle ups. I mean,
Yeah.
look at they were. I would be willing to bet that a lot of ladies did singles, fast singles, or doubles just fine and got through really far in the workout.
Yeah.
And these are regional level or people that are regional hopefuls. Which to me, like at that point, like you shouldn't be surviving on doubles if you're a regional hopeful. You should be able to hit sets. And if you can't hit sets, you shouldn't be at the regionals. Because we've seen this over and over again at the regionals where you have a few ladies that cannot do muscle ups. You know, you have on the guy side is typically like the strength stuff. They've gotten away with it. I mean, this year's not going to happen because they chose a clean. But it would be interesting that if this Open didn't end up with a lot of gymnastics, that I guarantee you're going to see women who cannot muscle up. It's going to be like 2013 all over again, where they had I think it might have been 2011 or something, where they had Amanda 975 and literally more than half of the girls couldn't do muscle ups at that time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I remember my buddy Kalina was one of them. She literally was just like staring at the rings. So many girls that year couldn't do them.
Wow.
But that was because there was, loopholes in the Open.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. This has by far been my favorite Open.
Really?
Yeah. Just like in terms of like not necessarily the workouts,
yeah.
but what we've got going on at the gym.
Yeah. The
my
gym
performance. From a selfish standpoint, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's a little bit more laid back. So it's been nice.
Yeah, it's been really cool and very, very busy at the gym. It's been over 130 people.
Fridays and then Sundays for the people that can't make Friday Night Lights. Mm-hmm. I had like 20-something people on Sunday have to show up and do it.
It's a nice thing.
So
cool. Any final thoughts on our predictions? We think that's it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Who do we got coming in this week for Friday?
All right, we have. I'm gonna have Coach Chris talk about that because he's actually the organizer of a lot of what goes into our Friday Night Lights and our events. So he's the guy that pretty much organizes all of our sponsors and stuff. So I actually don't even know who comes every week. I always have to double check with Chris. I'm like, who's coming in this week?
Yes.
So Chris, let's talk about our sponsors coming in.
Well, first, let's thank Beastworks for coming in this past week.
Thank you, guys.
A lot of fun having them in. A lot of cool apparel, and everyone was really excited to have them in. A lot of kids left with their...
I was going to say, the kids, it was like Christmas Day. They were leaving with bags.
My dog.
He's just chilling.
Oh, good boy.
But this week, we got Vane Apparel, local place. They're located in Port Chester. They operate most of them. Yeah, their main store, I think, is in their headquarters. I think is in Port.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're at Empire, right?
Yeah, they operate a lot out of Empires. The guys who worked out there. Cool apparel. Some people in here actually, I see them wearing it, so I'm sure some people will be excited to have them in. Rock Body Fitness Cafe, which is in New Rochelle, place that's for fitness food, healthier stuff, things that people.
Fitness food.
Yeah. I'm gonna crush some fitness food.
Fitness food.
It's coming down.
Another option in the area for people that are looking for things, to get during lunchtime or dinner when they're trying to eat out.
Lunch.
I'm stuck.
Let's go to Mason.
I have Mason waiting at the house. See, that's why I ordered 2 last night.
Damn.
Smart. Cass Cameron, you're a genius.
You didn't order 2. He ordered.
Okay.
And last but not least, Rise Above Flotation. So they're not actually going to bring what they do there because they're
not bringing a whole float tank.
No, they're not bringing a whole float tank, but it's supposed to be really cool. It's supposed to be a really cool recovery option where you sit in basically a saltwater bath and you promotes recovery through.
It's dark, right?
Blood flow. Yeah, I mean, you have music.
Do we have to provide a closet?
No. So he's going to set up a table. He's going to provide the members with some discounts and stuff like that. So,
he's going to shove your head into a bucket.
And like I'm being baptized.
And our very own Vinny Brusco is going to sit at the table because he's a big advocate for the Rise Above Flotation. Nice. So he's going to let everybody know.
So if he likes it, I like it.
Whatever Vinny says, I like it.
He goes every week, so he'll be able to explain to people and let them know exactly what goes on.
Sweet.
It'll be fun.
Sweet.
I like it.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's all we got. Thank you guys for listening. We hope to see everyone for 18.4. Good luck, everyone, with the rest of your Open, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.